All right, here we go. Let's do it. July 19th, coming at you, 2020. Hopefully we'll connect, no problems. I think we should be all right. You know, we always got to put that out there. We've been having some trouble lately with the connections and keeping the connection, but we'll go for about an hour, guys, for the Sunday live stream coming at you, July 19th, 2020. So we got a lot of things to talk about, but you know, some different topics. Let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below in the chop chat, not below, in the chop chat. Super chats are always welcome. Thank you guys for joining me today, July 19th, 2020. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for taking the time to be here. It's a big Sunday, but next Sunday will hopefully be a bigger live stream because of what we're going to find out this upcoming weekend, right? So for those who don't know, this Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, maybe even Wednesday, I'm not sure what it is, but we have the Walking Dead AMC panels this Friday, July 24th. So I love talking about The Walking Dead with you guys. So post your comments in there and your questions if you have anything. But, you know, next Sunday, we'll know a lot more. We'll be making videos Friday, Saturday, stuff we'll be talking about. Hopefully we'll get some more information because everyone's pissed that we haven't seen the season 10 finale yet. And, you know, there's no sense in getting mad at it because it is what it is. The world is a crappy place. And you know what? I've come to the conclusion that there's no sense getting mad at people in the chats, in the comments, because it's not that big a deal. We got bigger problems to worry about. We got bigger things to worry about besides people trolling all the time. We're not going to get rid of it. People are pissed off that we haven't seen the season 10 finale, right? And I'm not happy about it, but life goes on. We have something to look forward to. We're going to eventually watch it, right? So, no, Ryan Nash, I do not know when it's coming out. Nobody knows. If you're seeing channels and people talking about it and all their channels, it's all speculation. The only people that know right now, Robert Kirkman, Greg Nicotero, Scott Gimple, Angela Kang, and everybody connected with The Walking Dead, we will find out at Comic-Con at home on July 24th during the panel, right? So I will share it with you guys when I know. I'm sure it's going to spread like wildfire on channels, on Instagram pages, Facebook, articles. It's going to be on there too. So it's one of those things where I wish that I knew the answer. I'm not holding. When I find out information, guys, I share it with you. I make videos, sometimes multiple videos a day. And I love sharing the information. When I get it, I share it with you guys. That's why I want you to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you're notified as soon as we post videos on there too. I get the information. I share it with you guys. But James Goat 99, that was going to be my poll question, but we'll get right into it now. What are your predictions for the finale? Also, when do you think we're going to watch it? Right? I think that we're going to, because there's a couple of trains of thought that I think about. Why are they not airing the episode? Because they wanted to connect some way, somehow with The World Beyond. And someone brought up a great point when I talked about the Walking Dead panels. So on July 24th, this upcoming Friday, which is pretty cool, you know, something to look forward to. Comic-Con every summer is a big deal, you know. We find out about movies, shows, picked up this, that, dates of stuff, trailers, clips, things. People used to buy stuff there and be in San Diego Comic-Con, and I never been there. I've never been to San Diego Comic-Con, and you don't buy tickets. You have to enter to get tickets. There's probably press tickets and all these different things, but you have to put your name in a lottery system to be eligible to buy the tickets. And I did that, and I thought about going, but flying to, you know, from Tampa, Florida to San Diego, California is a big flight, a big drive, a big everything on there too. So I've never been there. I would love to go, but it's just too much out of my room. I actually had a patient go 2 years ago, I want to say, or maybe it was last year, that he and his wife went there. They were in the different halls and the different things and the different panels and different things. It was pretty cool. They went and they said it was a great thing. It's very expensive. It's very this. This year, it's not. It's at home. It's going to be most likely on a YouTube channel, different spots. You'll be able to watch the panels. I'm not sure how they're going to do it, what they're going to do it, if it's going to be remotely and that. I'm not sure how it's going to be done logistically. But so this Friday, July 24th, Pacific Standard Time, which is the West Coast time of the United States, we have a panel. Fear the Walking Dead is first. Then we have The Walking Dead. And then we have The Walking Dead World Beyond. So someone brought up a great point. Sorry for the tangent there too. But they brought up a great point that they think that's going to be how they're going to air the series, right? Because why did they pick Fear the Walking Dead first, then The Walking Dead, and then The World Beyond? When The Walking Dead is the main show, the main thing, the main everything, right? So Fear the Walking Dead is the first panel, then The Walking Dead, and then The World Beyond. Is that how we're going to watch the seasons? Is it going to be Fear the Walking Dead over the summer, August, September, then The Walking Dead in October, followed by The World Beyond, October, November, December for 10 episodes, right? So Grape Tomato Girl is from San Diego. Pretty cool. Nice segue there too, but as well. But thank you guys for being here. I know a bunch of people just entered. Thank you guys for being here. I acknowledge hello. But I was in, train of thought when I was talking about there. I don't want to say thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. And it really does mean a lot to me that, you're here this live stream, next live stream, you're a subscriber, you're a member, you're a person I talk to on Instagram and Facebook and everything on there too. It's pretty cool. I love being a part of the community and a big part of it as well. So, but there's been some talk about it, and since you guys are here, I'll talk with you the information. I'm going to make a video about it this week, but I know Xmas Girl sent me the link and a couple different things about some different stuff, so shout out to her and props out to her. Thank you, Holly. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys sending me the information. It's always pretty cool stuff. Sometimes I've seen it ahead of time, sometimes I don't, but it's pretty cool. So they're talking about the movie, the Rick Grimes movie, and they aren't able to film right now because of the pandemic, because of COVID-19. The way it sounds is that they're really close, if not ready to start filming. Hopefully the script is done. Hopefully the production is ready. Hopefully we got a director. Hopefully we got everything. And I hope they talk about that at Comic-Con. Why wouldn't they, right? So the Fear the Walking Dead panel is supposed to be all about season 6 of Fear the Walking Dead. And it's going to be moderated by Chris Hardwick. I think he's going to moderate all 3 panels. He does a great job. He's a great person. I really wish they had a home edition where they do it. The Friday Night In with the Morgans is pretty cool. I didn't watch the episode on Friday, but it was with Jeffrey Dean Morgan, 2 other people. I can't remember who they are, but Lenny James was on there. And he's Morgan on Fear the Walking Dead now. So Fear the Walking Dead is going to be the first panel. And it's going to be probably talking about all of season 6, where they're going, what they're going to talk about, probably not going to give anything away. The showrunners, whatever you think about them, I don't know. But Gimple is there too. Gimple's at every panel. And we know how Gimple is, right? He's like, we'll have to see because Morgan is in a precarious situation and we're going to have to see what's going to happen. We don't know. Who's going to rescue him? We're not sure. Can't wait to see it for you guys. It's going to be really great. And they always say, we have a lot of great episodes, a lot of great writing, a lot of great things. Can't do that, blah, blah, blah. It's how they'll just say it, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be great. It's going to be worth the wait, But, ultimately, their hands are tied, right? And I know a lot of people are pissed. They're having the episode done, and why don't they air it, and why don't they do it? Because if they air it, then what? Then what, right? They're not filming right now. Season 11 of The Walking Dead is not filming. Fear the Walking Dead Season 6 can't wrap filming. Not sure when the plan is to start there. That's filmed in Texas. Texas is not the best state right now for it. Florida is not a good state. There's certain states that are terrible right now with the amount of cases and the number of cases. So I really hope it goes down. We can get back to going. It's just one of those crazy things that I just can't wait for this virus stuff to go away. So we can get back to our lives, get back to everything. We can get back to filming season because this is supposed to be July. Comic-Con, filming season should be underway. They should have half, of the first half of the season 11 done. They should have the first 4 to 5 episodes already filmed. If they were on track from May 4th to July, whatever, that would probably be about 4 to 5 episodes already filmed of season 11. but they can't film. So we're stuck, man. And it stinks because I love filming season. Filming season is all about speculation, rumors, spoilers, potential spoilers. This is going to happen. That's going to happen. You know, it's like, what's going to happen with everything? I just can't wait to find out. But, you know, there's been a lot of talk about it. So I know that there's also a video that I already made that I was going to post yesterday, but then I was like, whatever, I'll wait till Monday, that they're talking about a time jump for season 11. And, you know, how big of a time jump? 6 months? 2 years? When you start having time jumps, like we had a huge time jump in season 9 to basically get older Judith, that really jumped the timeline 5-6 years. And then we had another time jump. We had Snow, and then Rosita had the baby at the start of season 10. So we had another time jump, right? It's just crazy, right? So it's just, I don't know what they're going to do if it's true or not. So Xmas Girl Xmas Girl 304 says, Q&A, I watched Friday Night In. Lenny James is quarantined in Austin, Texas. Do you know how many episodes Fear filmed before COVID hit? The word is that the spoilers were saying that it's probably about the first half was done, maybe an episode or two into the second half. So by my best guess, they have about, you know, I'm just guessing here, the second half to film, maybe 6 episodes left. And they usually go about 2 weeks to film each episode, which is 10 days. So Monday through Friday, 10 days. So if it's 2 weeks, 6 episodes, you know, that's 12 weeks. That's a lot of time. But I just don't know if that's true or not. There's just a lot of things. So I'm not sure. Hopefully everything is asked at Comic-Con. Hopefully it's answered more than it's asked, because, you know, you can send in questions. I don't know if it's on Instagram or Facebook or where you have to send in the questions, but if you think about it, hopefully someone's going to send a question. How many episodes were filmed of, you know, send that question in, Xmas Girl, to the panel. Maybe it gets read by Chris Hardwick and it's answered by, you know, the showrunners or Gimple or whoever for Fear the Walking Dead. So Walking Dead, no filming so far for season 11. World Beyond, season 1. It's in the post-production state right now. Hopefully they've already been there too. Hopefully we've been able to get the season 10 finale done, and a lot, if not all, of the World Beyond season 10 done too, or season 1, I should say. Sorry, season 1 of that. And hopefully we get to have all that ready to roll, because I just don't know what's going to happen, you know, with, you know, Walking Dead season 11. Maybe it's a wash and they start filming next year, so we don't get any of season 11 until next year, which, you know, I think it's what it's going to be. So that's an interesting point, Xmas Girl, about Lenny James being quarantined in Austin, Texas, because that's where they film Fear the Walking Dead, is around Texas. And Lenny James, I don't know if he bought a house there or he has a thing there or he lives in, you know, London or England or some other part of Europe, but you haven't been able to fly out of the United States to other countries. You know, they're like, nope, you're coming from here. You're not allowed to come in, you know, for precautious situations, and just cutting it down to make sure no one that's from the United States, which is kind of a hotbed of it. I don't hear any other countries, any other places talking about it as been like, Miami is the new place, or this place is there, and there's a rise of cases. And, you know, the United States had you know, this is, I guess, the second wave of stuff. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but, you know, so I guess Lenny James has been in Texas since it's been shut down. He hasn't been able to fly out of there. Maybe it was for fear of not being able to come back or getting there. So I guess they just stayed because they weren't sure how long it's been. So I don't know. That sucks. So, but I didn't watch Friday Night Lights. So thank you for the information as always too. But not too much is going around, guys. Hopefully we'll get more information on Friday with the 3 different panels. But there is some kind of news about the Walking Dead comic. If you guys have been up with, I don't know if it was Skybound or Image Comics or Robert Kirkman or Charlie Adlard's where I saw it, the Instagram or Facebook pages, but the Walking Dead comics are being colored. It is a black and white comic from issue 1 to issue 193, and I'm not sure how far along they are in the process, but they are coloring the comics now. So we're going to get all the comics, The Walking Dead Deluxe is what they're called, I believe, and they're going to be in color now, which is pretty cool. So I don't know when they're coming out or what it is, but pretty cool stuff. Robert Kirkman is going to be in a couple different panels too. It's going to be pretty cool stuff. Eddie Pizzle says issue 1 has been in color for years, actually. Well, the plan is to have the rest of the issues, I believe, too. So one issue at a 193 colored, great. But I think the plan is to keep it relevant, to add some color. They're going to have some guy coloring it in, some comic book colorist or some, whatever you want to call it. The artist is going to color in the Walking Dead comics. So pretty cool. I'm not going to buy them. I have enough stuff. I'm not going to worry about that. I have the compendium, so I'm good with that, and I'm going to have different stuff, but pretty cool. I'm not sure if you guys checked out the Walking Dead Negan Lives. Pretty good comic. You could, I don't know. I know they started shipping out the different signed Jeffrey Dean Morgan comics. I know some people went to the comic book shop, Mega Brain Comics, in Rhinebeck, New York, which is cool because I know that that's where the comic book shop that is close to where Jeffrey Dean Morgan lives is there, and you could have got a pretty cool signed autographed issue for $20, and I think it was $25 with shipping, and I know more and more people have been getting them. So I was unable to get one because it sold out pretty quickly, I'm sure. Pretty interesting. If you got one, let me know in the comments. Pretty cool. Yeah. You guys are funny, but thank you guys for being here for this Sunday. I don't even know what we call it, right? Sunday fun day, Sunday stream day. I don't know what you want to call it on there as well. But hopefully you guys are safe and sound and you're doing okay. I have really been pretty busy with a lot of different things around the house. I've really picked up some pace on my next book. So I've been writing more of those. I've been doing a little bit of daily fantasy league things for, sports are coming back. So, I like the idea of, we have baseball coming back on Thursday. We have the, Jeannie says, Sunday PT party. I like that for the PT party. Pretty cool. I like the names for it, like Sunday. I don't know. It's just a cool thing to have a good group. We have a good group here, guys, and we do a great thing. But I still really would love to hit that goal of 100,000 subscribers. Once I, hit that goal, that's going to be a good achievement for it. And I think we're pretty good with that. I mean, we'll continue making videos, and the channel's not going anywhere. But, I'm not trying to, do anything where we're like, come on, I want 1 million subscribers, because that's kind of crazy. That's 1 million things on there as well. And I think a lot of people are annoyed. Stream day, pretty cool. I don't know if, people are giving up on The Walking Dead, but that's what people say like all the time, right? Like, no, Rick, I'm not watching. Glenn's gone, I'm not watching. Abraham's gone, I'm not watching. And a lot of people stopped watching, but a lot of people still watched. It went from getting 8, 9, 10 million people watching premieres to less than half that. Right? And that's okay. If a show is getting 3, 4, 5 million viewers by the different people that tally the amount of viewers, but it's not even viewers, it's like TV. So if people are watching it on a TV and there's 10 people in the house, I don't think they count 10 people watching the show. It counts 1 viewer on there too, or households. I'm not even sure how they actually do it, but the numbers are still watching it. People are probably watching it, in different services and different ways and different streaming stuff. And, so I don't even think the tally is that. I still think The Walking Dead is still relevant. It's still really good for a lot of people. A lot of people love watching it. I don't know if it's going to last more than 12 seasons. We'll have to see. I know a lot of people ask me all the time, when's the episode coming out? How many seasons of The Walking Dead are we going to get? And I just don't know those answers. We're just not sure. So Milky asked, when is Comic-Con? So Comic-Con is this week. It starts, I'm not sure if there's an early release thing, but usually that was Wednesday. But it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. For Walking Dead fans, the big day is Friday. This Friday coming up. Check out my other videos if you want to find out more about that. But Friday is the big day. And Friday is going to be when the information drops. And that's going to be around dinner time when the Walking Dead panel is going off, wherever you live. It depends on if you live in the West Coast, East Coast, Central Time, outside the country, or where it's at. So I'm not sure, but as soon as people are watching the panels, they're going to be like, oh, Walking Dead comes out, season 10, episode 16 is, I don't know. But when do you think it's going to come out, guys? That's going to be my poll question for today. When do you think we're going to watch The Walking Dead season 10 finale? Is it July, August, September, October, November? Like Xmas Girl says November. I really hope it's not November. And I could see it being October for some reason. They love to premiere it on October. They still kind of keep it around for October because the summer is really the Fear the Walking Dead season. Summer shows, summer TV really isn't the best. A lot of things aren't on, even though there is a lot of things on now on streaming services and a lot of places there too. So, yeah, we've been watching a lot of streaming stuff on Netflix, and we watched, if you haven't seen Warrior Nun, I made a couple videos on it, and the title is terrible. The Warrior Nun, I really think it should have been called, I'm not going to give too many spoilers, I'm not really going to spoil it at all, but I'm saying Warrior Nun is pretty much a terrible name for a show. It sounds like a spoof movie, right? You're like, Warrior Nun. It seems just like a bad, spoof of something. But I like the idea of the show being different, and I like the idea of the show being something that hasn't been done before. I like something jumping out and being, different, because how many times can we have these action sequences of a spy turned this, or an agent that was that, and he's being blackmailed and he knows the truth and he's got to get away, or there's some rom-coms of all these different comedies and all these different things, and it's just crazy. So, but ultimately, if you haven't seen Warrior Nun, I recommend it. It's got action, it's got comedy, it's got a decent story, it's pretty good. And we watched the movie Only on Netflix, and I made a video about that too. And some people were asking me what the title is, because it's weird that it's Only. But have you seen Only on Netflix, or the Netflix movie Only? So it's Only. It has Chandler Riggs in it. He doesn't have really many lines at all. I think a couple lines, I'm not even sure. There are a couple other alumni from The Walking Dead, of the Walking Dead family. It was filmed in Georgia, so that's probably where they do it. Billy McDonald says Old Guard is good. I haven't seen Old Guard. Is that the one with what's her name? Charlize Theron. Is that the movie? I believe it is. I've heard mixed things about it. I'm not sure. But so Lindsay, a couple people are saying they recommend Old Guard. So pretty cool. I'll have to check out Old Guard. Everybody likes it, so pretty good. I love the recommendations from people, right? So I have a friend, and he'll remain nameless, but he's a friend of mine that's in the book series. He's one of my good friends. He's in my Fight For Us book series. But he watches every movie. I remember when I was living in New Jersey, and he always wanted to go to the movies. Whatever movie came out, he always wanted to watch a movie, right? So he was a movie fan. I went with him, because who goes to the movie by themselves? It's weird, right? So we went there and we were watching every movie. And I talked to him and I asked him, and he recommends movies, but I'm like, he likes every movie that came out. And there was movies that we saw together. He liked it. I didn't really like it. And it's like, what are you saying, right? So I wasn't a big fan of his recommendations, because I didn't really like his movies that he's liked all the time, even though there's certain things that you like. You can't really trust somebody who doesn't have the same, things that you like on there as well. So I love hearing different peeps telling me recommendations for sure. And I love hearing it from people like my family on here too. Thank you, Diana. Thank you for joining. Our Diana Glenmeyer, being part of the PT Peeps. I appreciate it. It's always welcome. It's always appreciated. And I know times are tough. Things are tough on there too. And it goes a long way for my members, my mods, my patrons, my members. It's pretty cool stuff. I hope I didn't lose you on here. I think it's buffering. I think it's lagging on there too. It's been a laggy day on YouTube. I've been watching a couple of different live streams and a couple of different things online, and it's been one of those things. So it's definitely not me. I think it's YouTube in general on there too. But okay, so I'll have to watch Old Guard on Netflix, and I love seeing that. I watched. My wife and I, we just watched a show. We started Kingdom on Netflix, not Last Kingdom or The Kingdom or whatever. It's called Kingdom. And it's about a MMA gym in Venice, California, that is being run by an ex-fighter. And it's played by Frank Grillo. He was Crossbones in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and he was in one of the Purge movies, and he's been in a couple of different things. He's been in a lot of different things, and I think he's awesome. I like him. To me, he reminds me a lot of Jon Bernthal, and I would love to see Jon Bernthal, if Jon Bernthal the Punisher, go against a character, maybe Crossbones even, of Frank Grillo. That would be awesome and amazing, because to me, they're like the same person. I love to see that real, gritty, regular guy who's an actor, who's being himself more than anything. So I think that's pretty cool if they would ever see that. So we just started that show. Nick Jonas is in that, and a couple other actors, but the main guy is Frank Grillo, and I enjoy that. But we just started it. It's got 3 seasons. It's called Kingdom. Also, my wife and I, we watched Hannah on Amazon. We watched the first 2 episodes of the first season, and I know they have a second season now. And it was okay. It's a little dreary. It's a little down. It's a little, I don't know. But it's pretty cool knowing that the main actress who plays Hannah of the show Hannah on Amazon is the daughter of our beloved Alpha, Samantha Morton. That is her daughter, who plays the lead actress in the show Hannah on Amazon. And once you know that, you're like, yeah, that looks exactly like a young Samantha Morton. It's like her twin sister, but it's her daughter, a young version of Samantha Morton, especially like Minority Report Samantha Morton, when she was like younger and she didn't have kids and she's not, what she is now, even though she's very beautiful and she also looks different. She's younger. I'm not saying she's terrible. Samantha Morton, sweetheart. She's cool. She's awesome. I've heard nothing but good things. She liked a couple of my photos on Instagram. I was like, it makes your day when you get a like from someone in the Walking Dead family. And there's been different actors that, I got a chance to talk with and talk to on Instagram. And, they liked some of my photos. I like some of their photos. I follow them. And it's pretty cool stuff. But, The Walking Dead is part of my life, and it's going to be a part of my life to the very end of it. It's the very show that connects a lot of us. It connects so many people in the United States, young, old, across the world, across the globe. It's one of those things. It's, to me, right up there with Game of Thrones, Star Wars, Harry Potter. What else is there? Big fandoms that are there. The Walking Dead is right up there too. And I really hope at some point they have another convention type of Walking Dead actors, fans can be there. And I think it was a great opportunity. And it's a shame because if you've never been to a Walker Stalker, you never got the chance to see what it was like. Walker Stalker was a great place for friends, family, fans, people to just be out there. It's just really cool, right? It's really interesting to go and meet somebody and even talk to somebody online and then meet them in real life. It's cool. At first it's a little weird because you're like, I don't know if this person's going to be nice or whatever on there too. And a lot of people are. A lot of people are as well that, I met from here at conventions. They're really nice. And it's pretty cool to put a face with a name. And a lot of times if somebody wants to meet you or meet up, they're usually nice people. I can't say all the time, but it's a fun thing on there as well. Diana asked a great question. Has anyone seen the original version of Hannah? It's pretty good. And I didn't even know that it was an original thing until my wife looked it up. And I think it was a movie, right, Diana? That it was Hannah was a movie. I think Eric Bana is in it. I'm not sure. I could be wrong, but I think that's what she said. And it's always interesting to be a part of it. So I hope someday they get another way of having, conventions for Walking Dead fans, and they just do it right. However they want to do it, I don't know. So, but I love the idea of having that come back around, because it's a pretty cool thing. But the world's got to change. Life's got to change. This virus stuff needs to change in a big way. Next month, my wife and I were supposed to go on a cruise. It got canceled, months ago. So luckily, we called the right people and got in touch with the right people and got it refunded. My friend's wedding, who was supposed to get married in September, that got pushed to April next year. It's just crazy, The biggest thing is, I'm glad I don't have to fly now, because I don't want to be on a plane. I don't really want to be flying around. I don't want to be messing with that stuff too, because not even for me, but what other people do. It's already bad enough when you fly, right? I fly by myself, with my dad, or with my wife. That's really it. And I usually fly to meet up with my friends. I fly to meet these things. And so it's myself. You got to take your shoes off, take your electronic devices out, and don't wear a belt, nothing metal. Go get scanned, bing, bada, boom, I'm through. But it's the people that are not taking their shoes off, not doing this. TSA is saying you don't have to do this. Somebody else saying you have to do this. Do you have to take the electronics out? You don't have to take the electronics out. Get on the same page, people. Come on, right? So it's if you think about it, besides, the smells and terrible situations of a zombie apocalypse, it would be pretty awesome in theory to not have to worry about the general public and people, and how people are so annoying and over the top and frustrating, and they're arrogant and they're irritating, and they don't take anyone else into consideration. Not everybody. I shouldn't say everybody, but it's those couple bad apples that are there, because I'm just not sure of being around people right now. It's just interesting to be okay, I'm going to be over here. I don't really want to mess with you. I don't know what you got, what you don't got, what's going on, wearing a mask, not wearing a mask. When I go out, I always wear a mask just to be on the safe side, just to be the right example, just because, I don't want to come in contact with people. I stay away from it. I'm just doing those things because having a compromised immune system with Crohn's disease, you're at a bigger thing. My wife has, different things, different conditions and autoimmune diseases. So we're a double whammy. So we're trying to just be careful with it on there too. And if there was a zombie apocalypse, there would be far less things to worry about. I mean, of course, zombies, and hopefully you have electricity and a lot about this. And, it's one of those things where man, I don't know, just people are on edge right now too. When they're out and about, they're looking for any reason to do it. And I understand it. But it's not right to just take out frustrations on a lot of people, right? So, see, Lindsay, Diana, it was Eric Bana. See, I wasn't right. My wife was right. She looked it up, and that's what it said there too. So, Jane, man, I got another peep on there too. Thank you. So, it's James 3S Jr. So James 3S Jr. or Jam 3S Jr. Thank you. So thank you for joining our family, our peeps. I appreciate it. That means the world to me too. So thank you. So appreciate it. It's always a great thing. And the money comes back to the channel, It helps make videos, and I haven't missed a video. I haven't missed a day. I posted a video every day so far. I'm going to branch out and try to get more things. I love talking about different things. And, a lot of people have asked me to have my book series in, audiobooks, on Audible or something like that too. And I'm not sure how to do that in the right way, the right thing of it. So I'm definitely looking into that. I definitely want to know, if, people read the books. And people love the book series. Some people don't, and that's okay. You don't have to by any means. But I think a lot of people, I'd be able to reach a lot more people if it was, an audio book. So I don't know if that's the good way to do it. Would people that haven't read the book series enjoy that? Would that, I'm not sure, right? Lincoln says, I'm a paperback guy. And I agree. I'm a paperback guy too. I bought a couple books a couple months ago, and they were paperbacks. I have an iPad, and I have a Kindle, and I just can't do it. I just can't. I like to have the paper and just the actual book in front of me. I don't know what it is. I think it's old school, but it's just something like that too. So, Mario the Third says, Q&A, do you think they're going to continue Isabelle's storyline in Fear, or just for the surprise back in season 5 already missed her character? Or was it just a surprise back in season 5? So I hope the Isabelle character comes back around, because it feels like a cheap trick that Fear the Walking Dead, they were like, we're going to do a little sprinkle, throw a little CRM in there, right? Like Salt Bay CRM. But, it's like, what? Why was that there? Because I felt like the first half of Fear the Walking Dead season 5 is totally different than the second half of season 5. And Fear the Walking Dead is its own beast and its own thing, but it's definitely a thing where I like the idea of it being just on the same page. And I feel like sometimes The Walking Dead even does it, where the first half doesn't really match up the best with the second half to it. So I just think that the big thing with having match up good is what is better for everybody for it too. So I hope Isabelle comes back around. I don't know. CRM Bay. That's funny. That was pretty good, Jeannie. But I think that Isabelle needs to come back around, and I really hope she comes back around in season 6. And I really hope the CRM is the 3-ring connection of the 3 series. So we'll have The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, and World Beyond. Boop, boop, boop. And it all connects. Everything gets a circle. Everything gets a return. It's a circle. Life is a circle. Everything comes back around, right? But Judy says, I used to be a Vocarious reader, but I've lost my sight, and I would really appreciate audiobooks. So I'm sorry about the whole sight thing, Janie. It's one of those things that I never even thought about that. And, it came to my idea of people like my videos, some people that just listen to the videos. And that's why I read a lot of the things that are from the Spoiling Dead fans, or the different spoiler groups, or the different things there too, or the different articles, because some people come to the channel who just listen. And I never even thought about that. And it's a great thing. I love hearing those things that open your eyes, and you have an eye-opening experience that's like, wow, I never really thought of that. And that's a great thing. I'm just like, wow. And I'm like, man, so I'm thinking about doing something, maybe putting it on YouTube. Like, I want to do something where it connects with pictures and everything, with the opening of the book. And if you haven't read the book, then you don't know what I'm talking about. But the opening is set in a different area. Like, a lot of this story takes place in Florida, but not all of it. Some of it takes place in Tennessee. Some of it takes place in Carolinas. Some people takes place in a couple different spots, and and then the prequel takes place in New Jersey and New York and a couple other spots as well too. So it kind of jumps around a little bit, mostly on the East Coast, because I'm kind of an East Coast guy, but I want the story to kind of branch out a little bit. But it does mention other spots and other countries and other things. So it does planting the seed of different things for sure. So I don't know. It's one of those things. As Jeannie says, I use closed captioning because I'm hard of hearing. So you got the visual people that can see, can't really hear as much, and the people that can't really see, so they have hearing on there too. So hopefully my videos can reach a big different area too. So I would love to have my opening of the book series, Fight For Us, into a video, because I would love for it to be, I don't know, just portrayed in just a light that you can see the characters. And if you know the opening, it's kind of like one character and some different things happen, and then it goes there too. So I could just do that some way, but I need a comic artist. My guy Saint Yak is busy now. He's the guy who I posted a couple of his different things in the artwork of it. He's an awesome artist. He's just super busy. He's in Russia, and he's doing a lot of different things. So I'll have to see what I can do. And I like his artwork. I just needs to be, I don't know. So, but Lindsay says, I love the series, Brad. Thanks for all your hard work on it. I appreciate that, Lindsay. I really do. That means a lot to me, because, I'm hard on myself, like I've always been, right? And I want to do the best thing possible that I can do. I know my limitations. I know I can't do all these things, but I do. Jeannie says, stop motion with dolls. So I was like, pew, 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 and I'd like to the walkers, and it's like, no. So that would be kind of, stop motion stuff is actually really tough, Jeannie. There's a bunch of people that do different things, whether it's on, different shows or different areas. But, stop motion stuff is like you move it and you take a picture, and you move it, take a picture, move it, picture. And it's like, it's time consuming. It takes a lot of people and a lot of work for sure. Kooky Integra asks, do you think we will get more alpha scenes? I don't know. I mean, maybe we get one more scene with Samantha Morton as a vision flashback, and as long as Lydia is around, Alpha can always be there as a flashback, right? And I don't know if you saw the article. I was going to make a video on it, but I didn't really want to, because Emily Kinney, who played Beth on The Walking Dead, says she's down to come back for the show, to be on the show. But I mean, who wouldn't be back? What is Emily Kinney doing, right? She was on a show and didn't make it. I'm not sure what's going on with her music career, even though she's pretty talented. I mean, she's a talented person, even though some people liked her, some people didn't. She could sing, but I don't know why would you bring back Beth, right? I mean, we had flashbacks and we had different things, and it'd be kind of cool. And, maybe for some reason Maggie sees her, because really the only one connected with Beth is Maggie. But where has Maggie been all this time, too? So I'm not sure. Christy Wellsbury says, Doc, it's not like you have a life or anything, right? Well, I'm a busy guy just because I always want to do something. I hate downtime. I'm always like, okay, if I have downtime, I'm going to go work in the garage, or work on the backyard, or work on the house, or do something there, or start writing the book series, or start doing this, or get some artwork together, or, make a video, do something. I'm always like doing something, right? And, I need to sleep in more. Like I really do. Because like I go to bed at 11, midnight, something, whatever. And the latest I wake up is like 8 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, man, I should have slept in till like 9 o'clock. But my body, like, wants to get going. It's like rise and grind, get up and shine. Let's go, man. I'm like, man, I can't not do stuff, right? So I come on, post a video, make a thing on there as well. And, a lot of people like the videos. I usually post them around 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning. And I just think that's my usual thing. I wake up, post a video, make a video for the next day, or do something, play a little bit of The Walking Dead No Man's Land or on there too. If you don't have a guild, we have a Fight For Us guild. I think it's filled right now, but the guild is filled. But I don't know, do something there, help my wife. My wife is still working from home, so I got to do something with that, and our cats. And, our cats aren't getting along because Milo's birthday. If you follow me on Instagram, Milo is my big fat cat. He's white and he has black spots on him, and he is going to turn 13 years old on Thursday. And we have Otis, who is going to turn 1 year old in August. So Milo is old and Otis is young, and Milo wants to sit around and not really do much, where Otis wants to play and run around and hit Milo and run away and come back. And, it's playful, but but Milo doesn't want any part of it. So I got to separate them and do this. And, it's a whole big thing sometimes too. But, I'm trying to get to the point where, we're doing stuff on a regular level. We're trying to do things that we do things on a regular basis. And, I would love to be able to turn my book series into, comics or graphic novels or a show or a series or whatever they are. I would just love, that's the ultimate goal. And, I'm still not sure to do that. It's not what you know, it's who you know. So I just got to make those connections for sure. Mario III says, did you know that Carl Actor actually agrees on theory that eventually CRM versus Commonwealth could happen? Very good. I didn't know that. I think that I love that idea. I come up with that idea on my own. I didn't know that was a thing. If that's a theory going around, I still think that you have CRM being connected with, I like the pioneer aspect, the mountaineer people that Michonne knows being involved with fighting CRM more than Commonwealth. I like the idea if they want to go that route. CRM to me is like the villain. They wear black. They're military. They don't seem like the best people, the nice people. Speaking of Isabelle from Fear the Walking Dead, she said, if you see anyone wearing this or you see anybody like this, you should run. They're not good people. And then the idea of Fear the Walking Dead talking about a little bit, The Walking Dead not really showing them, but they kind of feel like this. And it was funny, right? Because Jadis, right? We saw Jadis and her group of heapsters, trash people. They were all wearing black. Why? They turned out to be villains, right? That's an easy way of showing villain. They're all in black. Look at Darth Vader. Look at how they do things. You know, they kind of do that with clothes. It's pretty interesting. So I like the idea. We'll see if it goes down. But, you know, Coral, Chandler Riggs, still, you know, I'm sure he still cares about the show. Carl should still be on the show for a lot of people. I know a lot of people are pissed off about that, and I agree. I think he should still be alive on the show. I would have loved to have Carl and Judith be together. That'd be pretty cool things too. Let me see what we got here. So Diana says, "Happy birthday, Milo." So yeah, Milo's getting up there. He's a good boy. He's really actually slowed down a lot, but he plays from time to time, and he'll probably go down as the best cat I ever owned. He loves being around me. He sits on the chair next to me. He loves to be around me all the time. And when I get down, he walks over there and he follows me around. And, you know, he misses me when I'm in the other room, and he comes in and he cries. And when I leave the house, he comes back. So, you know, he's my good boy. Let me see. Good questions here. CRM, Commonwealth. It could be part of the movies. I like that. Pretty cool stuff. Xmas Girl Q&A. All of the plot holes in 10 seasons. Which one would you explore and correct? Oh, man, that's a great question, Xmas Girl 304. I don't know. Because, like, probably the Morales thing. The Morales thing was, like, so dumb, in my opinion. How he went away, went to Alabama or something to go with family, and then randomly came back as part of the Saviors. As if the Saviors would be this big group that would be all across the place on there too, right? And then he's pointing his gun in the same building that Rick was there, and then Daryl shoots him. Yeah, he doesn't care. Daryl didn't care about this guy ever. He's like, he's gone with the crossbow. So maybe that. I don't really care about the walkers too much holding things. I could see what they were trying to do, and I give that a pass. I don't know. What would you guys do? That's a great question for the chat. What plot hole would you correct? I don't know. That's a good thing. That's a good question. Another great question. Sorry, I just jumped past it. Do you feel Maggie is with the Commonwealth or another community? I don't know. It's up to what the writers want to do. Maybe she was with Margie and another community, nothing to do with the Commonwealth, or they were with the Commonwealth. That makes sense to me if they want to go that route. If they want to just cut corners and make it easy and go the easy way out, sure, she knows the Commonwealth. She knows Stephanie. She knows Mercer. She knows the Miltons. You know, she knows all these people. Lincoln says, Brian, do you think Maggie is the Commonwealth or part of running it? Would make more sense with Georgie wanting to trade music for info, etc. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense if they're going to have that global connection with it. Margie connected with the Miltons, connected with the twins, connected with Maggie, connected with our group. It's a good way to do it. We still have the connection with Eugene, so it's not going to be anything too drastic, crazy. But I don't know. It's pretty cool. We'll have to see what they want to do. So I miss Rick saying, Coral, no, Coral. Good stuff. Country boys. Hey man, do you see the Commonwealth knowing who the CRM is in secret? I think so. I mean, I think, like I said before, maybe you missed it, but I think that we have the three communities and the three circles of Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead and World Beyond, CRM, and then we have Commonwealth thrown in the mix because that's going to be on the show. The Commonwealth will probably just be for the Walking Dead. The Pioneers are the new problem for Fear, and the World Beyond is the campus colony of Omaha that's going to be connected with CRM too. So we saw CRM, or will see CRM, on all three shows, and I think that is the big thing connected there too. So I want to know more about the movies because I want to know what's going to happen with Rick. Is Jadis going to be in it? Is Heath going to be in it? Or how much of a role they are? I would assume that Jadis is going to be there. I'm not sure if Jadis is going to be the connecting point with CRM, where Rick went. How is she going to get back? Is she going to steal a helicopter and fly back? Is she going to join the helicopter to get back somehow? And she's going to tell everybody that Rick is there? Is Jadis going to be the connecting force for it? Is Michonne going to be with these people that hate CRM? Or are they no connecting point with it? It makes sense to me that Michonne found a group that goes against CRM. Because why would these people, they're like the exact opposite using technology. They have like CRM, helicopters, military, fabrics that you can't cut through or bite through. It's just, I like the idea of CRM being the villains, and I think CRM needs to be the ending, the end all, be all. I really wish that is the way they end it. Then we have a time jump. Old lady Judith is with, maybe, do you want to see Judith with Herschel? Like, do you want to see RJ with Gracie? Like, do you want to? I don't know. How do you want to see the ending? Because in the comics, spoiler warning, it's been out for over a year now, but spoiler warning, the issue of Carl being old man Carl, he's not really old man, but he's older Carl. He ends up with Sophia. They have a child together, and that's how it ends. The show can't end with Carl because Carl's gone. You can't end with really anything like that because Carl is gone. It makes sense that Judith took the place of Carl, but who does Judith end up with? I don't know. I mean, it was just Judith talking to everybody as a whole, as addressing the group with the story of, younger kids, because, the future is always the next generation. The future of anything is people having kids and those kids meeting other people and having kids and continuing on for a long time. Do you think that that's what's going to be the ending story? Because to me, The Walking Dead is a zombie show. It's a zombie fiction. So ultimately, you have the zombies win, the people win, and that's it, right? So the zombies kill everybody, and that's the end. The people win, they kill all the zombies. We get back to civilization and where they go from there, right? What's going to happen with that? Are people the problem? Are zombies the problem? Both. But eventually, I would assume all the zombies are going to die off, right? That's probably a plot hole that I would probably think of, now that I think about it, is the amount of walkers still alive in the United States alone 10 years into the zombie apocalypse, right? So we all know that people die and they turn at different rates. People turn walkers in minutes, seconds, days, whatever, however long it takes, right? People are dying and they don't ultimately turn into a walker till they're dead. So it's interesting because Freako Rika says, zombies are not the problem anymore. People are. Well, people are always the problem, right? You just throw a little zombies in there and you have another problem added to the problem. So a bigger problem of the problem about the problem, right? So I would assume, I think that's the biggest plot hole too, is like the amount of zombies that are around. Like, yes, people would die and they would come back as walkers. And people, and but eventually, usually the start of it, there would be, so you have 8 billion people on Earth, and you have maybe a select few of survivors, right? If we were lucky, let's say 8 billion on Earth, 1 billion people survive, just to give easy math. So 7 billion walkers, zombies, biters, whatever you want to call them. but they're kind of all over the place, right? They're not just in one spot. They're in North America, South America, Australia, all over the place. Everywhere but Antarctica, I guess, right? So, but they would eventually die off, right? Walkers, zombies, they're not eating other zombies. They're not eating there too. Once everybody turns into a zombie, the zombies can't eat any more people because all the people are gone, right? Maybe they eat cows and horses and animals and whatever they can get a hold on to, but how long do they survive? 6 months, 8 months, a year, 10 years? I mean, it's just interesting too. So I don't know. I think that would be the biggest thing too. But also, how do these walkers, zombies, sneak up on people? They smell really bad. Are people just so immune to the smell? And zombies are not quiet. They're going to be making noise. They're going to be tripping, falling, moaning, groaning, cracking, whatever it's going to be. They're going to be making all this noise. You would hear them. They're not going to be like in there and then they go, right? They don't have that. But, it's a zombie show, dramatic show on there too. So we'll see how it goes. But I think that's just definitely something that just jumped into my head too. Country Boys, hey PT channel, do you think that now season 11 will be delayed? Do you think it will affect the show if the actor that plays Judith gets older? Well, Kaylee Fleming is going to be older, but unless she looks stressed, like how are we talking about delayed, right? So Kaylee Fleming is still young. It's not like she's going to be 25 when it comes back. I would assume that it's going to be next year when they film. 2020, it's a wash. 2021, we're going to get season 11 filming over the summer into that. Maybe they start filming later this year. Maybe they don't. But I'm just not sure how they're going to do it because in Georgia, in October, November, December, January, February, March, it's cold. It could snow. It's going to drastically change filming. Look at when they have season whatever, episode 1 of a season to episode 16 of it. The cast drastically changes their clothes. They're wearing heavy jackets in episode 15 and 16, and that is filmed in October and November. Even episodes 14, 15, and 16 are filmed in October and November, and it's drastically different there too. So I would assume that is going to change. Kaylee Fleming is going to be older, but, we'll have to see what they do with it. Also, I just popped into my brain right now. I got to change the subject a little bit because it came into my head. My wife and I, we just watched yesterday Terminator Dark Fate. That's the latest Dark Terminator movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sarah Connor. I'm blanking on her name. But she is back in the movie. And people acted like it was the worst movie ever. And it was terrible. And I want to say it's not great, but it's not terrible, right? It's not the worst thing ever. But the Terminator series is all the same. A Terminator sent back in time to take out this person, to take out this woman, to take over this. And it's Linda Hamilton. Thank you, Rob K. I could have been Linda Hamilton. I had one of those brain farts. I was like, what is her name? Linda Hamilton is actually a twin. Some people didn't know that. And she was also married to James Cameron after the first or second Terminator. It might have been the first. I'm not sure which one it was, but they were married and they got divorced. It was a whole big thing. And now they brought her back. And it was good to see her again. It was really good to see Linda Hamilton back in that series. I know it's off subject, but I just want to talk about it because we just saw it. And if you like the Terminator stuff, definitely check it out. The opening is actually really good. I thought it was really cool to see how they did it. And it was pretty cool. It connects a lot with Terminator 2, as it should, because of Linda Hamilton and Sarah Connor. And, it was pretty good. But it's a long movie. It's like just over 2 hours, but pretty cool. So there we go, guys. 58 minutes. And I don't want to jinx it, but we made it. We made it to the end without any problems. Connections on there too. Pretty cool stuff. DG says TWD needs to do like the UFC is doing, film on a private island so we can call it Dead Island. Fight Island. I didn't watch the card actually yesterday, but I know that the one guy won the flyweight belt after a submission. Pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. So thank you guys for being here. I truly appreciate it. Thank you to my new members, Diana, and Jam3S. I want to say James. It looks like James. I'm sorry if it's Jam3S Jr. Thank you for becoming a level 1 PT Peep each. Thank you, everybody, for being a part of it. I truly appreciate it, for you taking the time to be here. I really do appreciate you guys being a part of this every Sunday. Next Sunday, well, before that, but next Sunday we'll be back, and we will be here talking about when the date will be for the episode, season 10, episode 16. I'm excited about it, guys. I really just hope it's not like super late, like November or something, but I could see it being October, but that's just my guess. So thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it too. So thank you, Xmas Girl 304. You're always, I thanked you on Patreon, but thank you. Everybody for being a part of it. I appreciate you guys taking the time, being a part of, our community, our family. It truly is awesome. Thank you guys. Frico Rico, Jeannie, Lindsay, Jackie, Hearted Nixie, Mario, Lincoln, everybody. Thank you guys. If you're watching on the replay, I truly appreciate it. I'll be back next Sunday for our live stream, our Sunday PT party, if you want, whatever you want to call it. Thank you guys. And remember, with hard work, dedication, belief, and sacrifice, you can truly achieve your goals. Believe in yourself. You can do it. It's about love, support, staying positive, making memories, blocking out the haters, and staying true to yourself. Stay safe, and we love you guys.